evaluate the strategies that others can come up with. And also what Eric has to do is get down and talk to the rest of the team. Eric has to say that, okay, Randy's role is now to criticize. Now you guys don't get put off by this, but you will have to come up and ensure that your ideas are sound enough, and understand that Randy is now playing the part of this devil's advocate. And now talking about the team, the key issues are education and participation. Now education can be in the form of say role switching, because at FireArt all these top management people, they have been working in one position for a long time. However, now it would like say if they were given a week or maybe even a few days to get to know the other what the others are doing, as in other departments, so they would get a holistic understanding of the organization, and which facilitates knowledge sharing and learning on the part of the organization. Now the thing with Randy is that he provides such valuable insights because he has such good education about the industry and the organization. So if the other members can also gain that knowledge and experience, it would be beneficial by far. Now the corporate threat that they are facing is now basically from the mass manufacturers who are encroaching their niche and therefore trying to run them out of business. So what they can do, and what was evident, was that the managers had actually put in a lot of thought on this, and at the team meeting they came up with suggestions such as cost cutting, increasing distribution, and also improving on the design part of it, design aspect. Now what this means is that they can adopt a sort of focused differentiation strategy where they cater to the consumers and have a service oriented approach where they directly focus on the consumers rather than the mass manufacturers, thus flanking what the mass manufacturers cannot achieve can be achieved by the small organizations such as this. They can focus on their 80 years of tradition, heritage, American values, things that will all appeal to the customers. And to do all of this, that is where the team is needed, because the team has to get their act together. They have to come up with the solutions, and they have to coordinate their effort so that the corporate strategy can be envisioned.
Hasita has basically made the recommendations. I'll basically give you the underlying justifications of those recommendations. Basically, we have to recognize that these people are top management. If we are to motivate through empowerment, we have to cater to their higher order needs. It's just they're not like typical lower level managers. They're very top directors basically. So when you're catering to them, you have to tell that, okay, look, especially in Randy's case, look, you have talent, you have aptitude. What you can do is we have to channel your aptitude so that we can harness as a group, as a team. The other members have a negative attitude towards Randy because he's always the agitator, let's say. And what we have to do is, what Eric has to do specifically, is to basically tell, okay, listen guys, he's going to play the devil's advocate role, and that's his role. Don't worry about criticism, because that's constructive criticism. It's not, don't take it personal. So therefore you can actually reduce personal conflict while simulating a constructive functional conflict. Eric has to tell that, okay, look, your role is legitimate and it's important, it's really important, so you have to get your act together. We'll pull as a team. And when you're talking about incentives, obviously what Hasita told was to basically switch roles. Let's take the traditional marketing versus finance battle, because obviously the marketing people want higher budgets and obviously the finance people typically can't provide it. And what happens is, there's a division clash. If they switch the roles and realize where they're coming from, it won't be a division clash, it will be a division collaboration. Then we can move forward together. If Randy basically completely goes against the grain and say, no, I can't just be a devil's advocate, I'm better than this, that kind of thing, then Eric might actually have to think of restructuring. Eric has to realize, okay, am I going to keep Randy and just basically do I cover the hole and keep the donut? You can't have it both ways. So what he can do is, he has to realize, okay, is Randy that important? Can Randy provide enough to compensate everyone else? Especially Ray, we have to realize Ray has been working there for 35 years. He has been in this particular industry for 35 years, in this particular company for 35 years. His father has worked in the same position. He has emotion with this company. You have to realize that kind of an experience cannot be easily replaced. Randy is a star for sure, but there are many stars out there. We have to realize that. So therefore, if it comes to a position where it's Randy against the team, definitely Eric should go for the team, because Randy is sure enough, he's talented, but there's talent out there always. Experience is hard to come by.
Thank you for your presentation. Let's start with Randy himself. Randy clearly is a difficult employee, almost an impossible employee. Now, in a fundamental sense, why do you think he refuses to play ball and to be a part of the team? Why? What is the fundamental reason?
The fundamental reason would be that Randy has been working alone. He's an autocratic leader. He's been there and he's done that alone. And he has he started his own company and he got it up. He got it to the top. And so therefore he's used to making decisions alone. And you have to realize that his company went bankrupt. There may be a possibility that his morale is damaged, even though he says that, okay, I got 12 other opportunities and all that.
There is also one more thing. The CEO has, there's implication in the case saying that the CEO has given Randy full cooperation, full backing as such. He might be riding on that.
Randy is being difficult because that's what Randy is. Or is the situation contributing towards this development?
Well, rather than the situation, it is more likely that it is inherent in his personality.
Yeah.
So it's him, the problem is with him.
Yes.
The problem lies with him because the situation calls for a team effort. However, Randy is the maverick in the herd. He is the person who is trying to run it alone.
And I think he doesn't have experience in working with a team as such. I mean, he built a company by himself and he watched that company fall apart. So he is self-made and he is instinctively he has learned to rely on his own judgment. He doesn't know, I think, basically how to work with a team and to absorb the ideas.
It is something intrinsic, something in him. Can you fix it? Can you correct it?
Changing a person's values and attitudes is a lot more difficult. It can't be done, and in a way it's not fair to attempt it as well. But you can communicate with the man, and he's not dumb. He's intelligent, and I'm sure at some level, as long as Eric can find a level of communicating with this man, we are fairly certain that this guy's potential can be harnessed and used.
Yeah, even though you can't change the attitudes, behaviors can be changed. Behaviors, obviously, because he's smart. He's been there, done that. If he's told really, okay, look, this is your role, you're good at this, do this, help us, because in the case itself, he says that, okay, I want to get this company moving. He wants it. What you have to do is just channel his talent.
Now this whole team is brought here. What's the goal? What are they trying to achieve? Does anybody know what they're trying to achieve?
To achieve, they're trying to come up with a plan, as I said, to strategically reposition the company.
Yeah, that's a nice word.
Yeah.
But what is the strategic realignment? What is the end achievement you want here?
Basically, since the company is in danger of being swallowed up by the national
Where is it
manufacturer.
proven? It's only a statement.
No,
Where is it proven?
it's not proven, but it is a
threat, and the profits are flattened.
Have you all considered putting a team to check what really has happened in the marketplace? You all are having all these teams and you're trying to put Randy out and all that. But what really is the problem other than a statement made by the CEO?
There isn't. We're going with the case study. We are going with, I believe, rational assumptions that they have actually done these studies. Otherwise, the CEO would not be. How would the CEO decide? Why all of a sudden decide to put a strategic team together?
But if you look at the case, the one thing which comes out very prominently here is that